The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. Hi, you're listening to the Court of Public Opinion. We've been off air for a couple weeks. It's been a nice break, believe me. I collected a lot of information, data, things I probably wouldn't get too deeply involved because the headlines speak for itself. And the best only way to start off this episode in this segment is to tell you what the topics will be. And the topic is, of course, on the mask order. How lawmakers in Washington, D.C. don't need to wear masks. So it's very much the same. Men chanting BLM motherfucker while kneeling on the neck of a 2-year-old little boy. The attack on Malkin, the U.S. Constitution, of course, the mask order in your region. The question I would ask is, I noticed this from my experience personally, that the mask order is being enforced at medical facilities like a dentist's office, doctor's office, but when the mask order is only for the common folks, I don't know. I really don't know. We already know that there's some facts behind wearing mask is not necessary, okay? But they still ask you to do it at like Dollar General or some grocery stores and these other places. Like, you are not allowed to, they won't even serve you at the meat market here without a mask. But before COVID, that was not the case. So I really am perplexed by this whole thing, okay? Because I know there's more behind it. Let me get into it about the attack on Malkin, U.S. Constitution. Let me go into the men that were chanting BLM M-er as a way to get back they pulled this little 2-year-old's arms back, and I have an image here I'm going to show you here in a moment, but they pulled his arms back and they basically kneeled on this little 2-year-old's neck, and I really realized how sick these people are. Let me show you that image here in a second. Okay, this is the image of the 2-year-old that was obviously having difficulty breathing, and he kneels on his neck. The other man has his arms back. The baby's the arms back down. This is a man that has been on parole and is awaiting new felony charges after the photo circulated. I'm so angry at what BLM represents. They burned down cities, literally. They still have a insurrection going on in Portland, Oregon. And this is right before elections. And if the Democrat Party thought that they were going to support this kind of behavior, well, let's just say the Democrat Party is going to lose big. People are not going to stand for this. They're not going to stand for, the only time they ever had photo ops of Barack Obama with the baseball players and all the things that are going on to make Trump look like he is a loser. That's the ultimate goal for all those who are involved in this type of behavior. When I say we have a court of public opinion, and you can keep your opinions to yourself, we put it here in a segment. My opinion, though, right now, with the man that did this to the little boy, I would say that there's got to be a precedence for what happened, because this is all as a result of BLM, right? Or at least that's what they want to make it seem like. But abusing a child, I don't know where it's going. I don't. But I know that some of you might be law enforcement, and I know that some of you might be educators or teachers or deal with child abuse survivors. And I can only imagine what a parent is going through, because the mother was unaware of what happened. And obviously she's aware of it now. We shall see. As far as like the U.S. Constitution, one of the things I want to add to it is that we are looking at all these constitutional, well, what infringing on our Constitution. The mask order is, to me, you don't have to do anything. Your Constitution allows you to say no. The Constitution was not for the government. It was for the people. Okay? So, the comments, questions, and some other concerns that we might address at some point. I'm just telling you, since we're on break, and I appreciate that we're on break right now, but I wanted to at least tell you that we're going to follow up on what happened to Michelle Malkin last weekend, because I got part of the story, but I haven't heard her on radio, and I know she was really visibly shaken up. So we shall follow it, more and more news. Of course, the big story is the Constitution and the mask order. We're going to go with it. The request for the books, the Saving the Constitution by the Provost Institute. We have between now and 30 days to do that. The request that came from those books. So if you want to order them, go to the Provost Institute or go to the HackmanStore.com.